too crowded. It's really too crowded. 7:37. We've been in line. It's 11 o'clock now.
I've been in this motherfucking line for 4 hours. I'm ready to go in and party. That's some bullshit. East Coast, a.k.a. Trans Diablo, 4 hours, North Carolina, San Diego. Let me in here.
Everybody is complaining, but I'm still very, very happy, and I'm very looking forward to coming in. Can't wait. I love you guys.
Wait a minute, I'm going back over here. We're starting a movement over here.
It's worth the wait, you guys. It's worth the wait. You guys think about the music and
go photocopy this. It's about 10,000.
Tire must be coming apart, yeah? Get a new tire. About how long will that normally take? I don't know, boss. Let's get on the phone right now.
Yeah, same exact thing as last year. No, nothing new. Last year it happened about 4 in the morning. What time is it now?
We sold a good number of pre-sale tickets, so I still think the weather's not going to stop anything from happening. People are still excited about it. We have people calling in from Kansas, St. Louis, Little Rock, Arkansas, Oklahoma, New Mexico. Some people say they're coming from Florida.
The weather's really bad tonight, but maybe
It makes it cool, I think.
maybe good atmosphere.
Yeah.
Everybody will be chilling. Nice.
As long as it doesn't pour.
It's very cold though. Stiff frozen hands aren't good when you're trying to DJ.
Expecting a lot of naked women pulling themselves at me, lots of panties on the stage. I'm going to be looking for that, preferably thongs. If anyone's out there listening is going to be here tonight. Austin's great. It's a great city, so I'm looking forward to playing. Man, it just doesn't feel like it's going to rain. It's going to get colder than a witch's tit, but I think as far as rain goes, I don't know. From what I hear the Weather Channel saying, it's all heading this way, but man, it just, it doesn't feel that way.
We've got news, media here. I mean, this is going to be a major, major event. Quite a bit of rain, as you can see, but that's okay because we've got a lot of tents. Everything's working out really well, though. People are real happy.
This is the one day I wish we weren't playing the main stage.
Yeah, the main stage is kind of rough because of the elements. But other than that, I think it's going to be taken care of.
Do you guys have rubber boots?
I'm a paramedic. I'm working the medical standby event for the groups here, so to make sure the kids and everybody has a good time and we don't have any medical issues or problems. Things like this, you look for some drug overdoses, maybe some mixture of drugs, maybe a little bit too much beer if they've had it before they've come in, things like that. Tonight we're going to look for hypothermia, which is just cold. People aren't used to this cold front coming through, so we're going to be looking for some things like that. Kids not coming prepared to be here all night with cold weather, the rain, the dampness, things like that.
Worried about the rain?
Rain? No, the cold, actually. I'm not scared about rain. I got a hood.
Wichita, Kansas.
Oh, yeah?
How far did you drive?
About 9 hours.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. We got 4 of us, and we got like another 2 or 3 carloads from Wichita also coming down to meet up with us if we can find them in the mobs. Beanbag!
Alright.
My fiance's pregnant. She needs something to sit on.
Yeah. I can't stand the whole night.
You're just going to give them the VIP pass. You're going to check that they have
show
the
them it first?
And you're going to give them the T-shirt, and you're going to give them the pass once they have the ticket. Then they walk through here, they get their ticket torn, they go inside the festival. If you guys need to buy tickets, there's a middle line. If you're VIP, it's the right line, and if you have tickets already, it's this big line.
Give me a deal, man.
Yeah, the cars are coming in and out are either VIP staff or they have something to do with the festival, maybe DJs or the performers. So those cars are okay.
We're just making sure that everybody, up and down the trail stays safe. Well, last time it was peaceful, so there wasn't really any problems. Did the perimeter just a little while ago. The noise volume, though, if you're not used to that kind of music, I guess, everybody has their own thing, so my horse kind of tried to get used to it because, they can hear about 5 or 10 times more than we can, so. This one's a fresh one. He's kind of new, so he's kind of getting him acclimated to everything.
He's only worked Willie's 4th of July picnic, so he's just kind of getting used to this.
So what's with the mask?
If you're rolling, you need something to kick your buzz a little, you know? Like, something to clear out your sinuses and, like, just give you that extra high. Yeah. What do you think?
Last night was, on a scale of 1 to 10, it was a 6.3287. How did I feel about the set? I didn't. There was actually no feeling in my body whatsoever after the 5th Long Island iced tea.
You didn't get Atlanta with all the makeup I wore? No, not now, darling.
You are also not a superstar clubber. I'm sorry, guys. You came close. Okay? Had you scored 19, you would have been a superstar clubber. You might as well have attitude tattooed on your ass. Enjoy the rain while it lasts, sweetie.
That's not me. I don't know what else to do with Dave Aude. I really don't. I wish he'd treat me with the respect he treats his other friends. See, Dave and I, this is the second album we're doing together. We're different people, you know. I think Deepak Chopra says that your persona changes, and it really makes a lot of sense. You are yourself, always, but your persona changes. Like in 5 years, your personality will be different because of your experiences, but that's not really you. The real you is never changing.
It's not all electronics, obviously, when you see the Cirrus show, so we're constantly improving on our skills as playing our instruments. But a lot of it is coming up with new ways to create electronic music, new ways of thinking about music in general, not the same old, you know, bass, guitar, drums, and jumping around on stage, but like a more modern, futuristic way of presenting music to people and making it entertaining.
Dave Aude is not spontaneous enough. That's what I try to bring out in him. If you can't tell, I mean, I'm always trying to work him up or something, because when he's spontaneous, I feel he'll be the best. I know I'm the best when it's spontaneous, not thought out. It just sort of happens. Hey everybody, take a look at me. I've got street credibility. I may not have a job, but I have a good time with the boys that I meet down on the lines. And I don't need you. So you don't approve? Who asked you to? Well, hey jerk, you work. This boy's got better things to do.
I think Keoki was really involved with like the Brooklyn thing from the very beginning when the Limelight was first starting and when we were doing parties, only because it was this whole downtown Manhattan and like the real urban Brooklyn, you know, we wanted to fuse it somehow, and just like the reason I wanted to do it was because I wanted to show people that were coming to the raves that anybody could be involved. Didn't matter what your sexual preference was, what you dressed like, where you came from, how much money your family made, how much money you made. It was more about just bringing people together.
What makes this music special is that it's really urban folk music. It's not made in some big glamorous studio. It's made in somebody's bedroom, someone's basement. These artists don't make a lot of money doing what they're doing. Most of these records sell maybe 1,000 copies, if that. They just make it because they love the music, and I think that's what makes it such powerful music. It's real music, it's real art. It's not pre-packaged, cookie-cutter music. I think it's our job as a DJ to catalog that music and to bring that music to the public.
Tuesday night, that's what I can say. Not bad for Tuesday night. It's an experience every time. Yeah? Every single time.
Do you have a new
I do, but I think I'll leave it on a high like that tonight. I mean, people will talk about the set anyway. If I came back to do one more, it'd just been, you know, me trying to push a bit more out of it to milk it. There's no point. I was up there for 2.5 hours and gave them what's required. And with that, we'll be back. If I ain't sweating, I ain't working. Pure, unadulterated sweat. Woo! See what the DJ's got to go through? See what the DJ's got to go through, man? Blood, sweat, and tears. Move it. They're not moving.
No, they're not moving. They wanted like 10 minutes more. Get out there and we're fucking cheering their asses off.
5 a.m. we got to be on the road. 5:30 a.m. We have to tear down during the show.
All right, well, I guess it is.
Yeah, so we have to be on the road tonight. Yeah, we're going to be on the road. So you're going to be sleeping on the bus. So my suggestion is take a shower, before you get on the bus.
It's gone from like working in wine bars and clubs and bars, and working directly with managers of these bars and clubs and taking the money, and that's a career move, the decision to do that. But then, we're doing major places all over the world, and it needs to be instigated by a person who has a handle on what's required, and that's the job of a manager.
So many great things get screwed up because of too many cooks in the pot, or people that don't actually have the experience to be doing what they're doing, getting involved. And I've seen it so many times. I mean, listen, you probably know 20 guys whose first managers was their like brother-in-law or their sister or whatever, and how many of those guys ended up probably falling flat on their face with their careers because their manager pissed off every single person in the music business.
I'm just tired right now. My travel day yesterday was just for shit, because they just like got me the wrong flight information, and then they called me and they're like, oh, your flight's really this time, so
One of my reasons for being here is because I put a different angle and twist to it because of my international status of what I have. I'm playing records from Japan, I'm playing from Prague, Croatia, from Sweden, from the UK, from Germany, Holland, France. So it's not just even coming out of one area, it's coming out from all different aspects of the world.
So we were first started like '94, and we'd go to a lot of towns, and they were just starting like in America, and it was just starting out there. Whereas in LA it was sort of, or the ball was rolling. You go to town where it's just starting out, and it was like this energy, this excitement, and everyone was like, you'd see the kids looking at each other to see how they should dance, or see what to wear, and they're all like very excited and giddy, and they've never been, and they're taking things for the first time, and it was just like this excitement. There's probably very few places in the world like that now.
I mean, I'll dedicate myself 24/7 to promoting as long as I can make enough money to live off of. It's like, I don't even care if I'm broke and I make enough money to eat, as long as I like get enough people to the party to where I get more pats on the back and more hugs. It's like, that's all that really matters to me. I get a high from seeing everybody at the party having the best time of their lives, and it's like it's the greatest feeling in the world when you can see as many people as possible that are just sitting there and they're having a good time, and you know that you're the person that asked them to come to the event. And I would love going out on the road, but as of right now, I'm stuck in Oklahoma City till I find something better to do.
good. I think the best part is that everybody gets along really well. We were talking about that earlier, you know, being that everybody's on the same label, and it's a lot of personalities that you don't have a lot of really, you know, bad ego conflicts and things going on here. You've got people that get along really well, and you know, it's more like a team effort. And I think that's what makes it unique, and that's why I think that this tour is so successful. For me, traveling is really fun. You know, the music's the most important thing to me. Being able to go to other countries and other cities and, you know, play at events in unique locations. That's what I find most exciting about it.
Until we got here 2 seconds ago that we were going to be playing on top of an ice rink.
Yeah, they just put it down and we built it as they covered it up. We were like,
anyone have a temperature gauge in here? Do we know actually how cold it is?
Cold.
Fucking cold. The actual temperature is fucking cold.
People call me Tweaky. It's like a state of mind. Well, I don't even really consider myself a raver. I just go to parties. My wallet? Oh, I have a Hello Kitty wallet.
Yeah.
Hello Kitty.
So what's Steven right now?
Bear?
Yeah.
He's asleep. He's been asleep since 7 a.m. yesterday, or this morning, and it is now 9:11. Been asleep for a while.
When we first played here, it was a real sort of raw warehouse vibe, and they had the DJ booth down on the floor in front of the speaker stacks and everything. I gotta take this. Hello. Originally it was like a real warehouse vibe, just a box. And then every year they kind of had... I'm out of here in a few minutes, okay? No. I'm doing something.
From like 1990 to 2000, this is my anniversary, my centenary, my whatever it's called. What's a 10-year anniversary? Not even silver, is it? It's like fucking paper or something. Yeah, it's
You're gonna get like a watch pretty soon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Somebody's got to give me something. It's phenomenal the change, certainly in the drum and bass world, and how huge it has become compared to playing to whatever 10 people or whatever that we used to. And also, it's like I guess it opens all our eyes when we see how many CDs we actually sell. That there's that many people buying drum and bass CDs. It's still minuscule when you're looking at something like, you know, we always get the shock. We look at our SoundScan figures, it's like, oh, 20,000, 25,000, blah, blah, and then you kind of, oh, Fatboy Slim, like 670,000, yeah. So it's still, we're still small fish, but I think we're getting bigger, and I think, you know, it's been phenomenal, the growth.
It's been a while since the Bay Area has had a fucking a tight-ass rave, you know what I'm saying? It's like home base got shut down, everybody's shutting down the undergrounds. This is fucking tight. You know when you're raving in the Bay Area, when you're fucking partying underneath Highway 880, you know what I'm saying?
Whenever I have the opportunity to just sit and recollect everything and reminisce about my past and how I came up and where I've been and what I've gone through, I consider myself one of the luckiest people around. Man, drum and bass in America is bigger than anywhere else in the world right now. Each year gets just a little bit better, and in the next year or two, it's just going to be amazing. Between Dara, Dieselboy, and myself, we're pretty much the top 3 selling drum and bass artists in America. So it's only logical that we all band together and form a crew, sort of. So we formed a thing called Planet of the Drums, which is a collective of the 3 of us, and we're just out there showing people that it's not about like competition, that we're just all there having fun, and we'll play off of each other and feed off of each other, and hopefully the crowd will get into it even more than if we were just on our own.
This is going to be the drum and bass.
411 right.
Basically, you're ripping off a song that everyone probably knows or has heard, and you make it more dance-worthy and danceable than its original form. So you might take like a Police record and put a heavier 4/4 under it and sequence it, up to a house speed, and i.e. you can get it into your sets better. I can remember when I first started playing, I would mix like U.S.A records, or long ago there were live bands playing the records, and they would be kind of hard to mix into your set. They would definitely be less than perfect mixes, but bootlegs allow you to flawlessly mix it in with the rest of your records. A lot of times I'll play the records because I want to hear them, and I think people vibe off of me having a good time up there with them. Because I know that, it's funny to me to hear a kid say, oh, what was that record you played, that 80s record? And, it's like, come on, it's The Clash. Everybody knows who The Clash is, and I have to remember these guys are like, 18 years old, and they don't know who the hell The Clash is. I'm 34 years old, and I can remember what my dad was doing when he was 34, and he wasn't walking around with baggy clothes and tattoos and Nike Air Max on when he was 34.
This is old school.
It's okay.
This is how they used to do it back in the day. You just take the fucking headphones and you plug them right into the DJ mixer and you MC out of the headphones. So that's what we got right here. We're laying the groundwork for a Keoki Cirrus collab. Maybe it's a Cirrus Keoki collaboration, or is it Keoki Cirrus?
Let's go. Let's talk more work.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm breaking my own rule.
I'm a girl, if I'm a boy, whatever. I'm an artist, so, and I hate when people comes up to me and say, you're really good for a girl. I don't even thank these people. I don't even smile to them. I was a drummer. When I was younger, I played the drums for 7 years. Hard rock and punk bands and stuff like that. So I've always been into like harder, side music, and very percussive. I have this weakness for percussions and tribal stuff. Techno is very, very percussive. Techno is very minimal drums and grooves.
Start spreading the news. I'm getting in a limo.
You know what? The first time I came to South Beach, I remember we had to rent what was that? Plymouth Caravan. This is in like 1991.
and all those things. And now we're driving, 10 years later, or 9 years later, we're driving around in a limo. Amazing.
See, we always knew one day we'd be here.
We all knew it was coming. Especially John Levy when he said he'd perform oral sex on me when I sold 1 million records. That's coming up sooner than he thinks.
Food on this tour? It's been pretty shitty, except when the promoters take us out for dinner, which is about 1 out of every 10.
We've been here since 2 p.m. The sound company is supposed to be here at 2 p.m. Sound company shows up 4, drops off a couple of shit, a couple of pieces of gear, and rolls back to go get more gear. Start hooking everything up. Takes a long time anyways. That's forgiven, you know. Turns out they're missing some cables. Had to go get those. Now everything is hooked up. All cables are here. And there's all kinds of funky ass sounds coming through the monitors.
All right, Dave, it's his birthday. And he's an uncle.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's a double doozy.
You probably owe me a pack anyway.
No,
You're
no.
smoking all my
You
fucking
smoked all my
cigarettes.
cigarettes.
Oh shit, I brought like 2 packs.
Well, who doesn't
yesterday.
have any cigarettes right now? When John Brown filled out his application for Moonshine, one of his job description, he said, I can blow a lot of good air. So Steve said, you know, you'll be good to the tour, you're coming along.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
Fuck you, Uncle Fucker.
I own half of everything you own.
You smoke. Holy shit. Best in the world!
The greatest DJ in the world!
Let's get ready to rumble!
It just so happens to be somebody's birthday tonight.
Come on.
So at the count of 3, I want you all to help me sing happy birthday to Aude. 1, 2, 3. Happy
How are you? Thanks. Hi, Mom.
I want to see Keoki if he'll spin this time. We like to see him.
All of the time.
Mr. Cook? Yes? You have a son named Robin Cook, age 17? Yes. I'm sorry, Mr. Cook. You better come down to the station house. Your son is dead. Dead? How? He died of an overdose.
I was just doing a little story on the party going on here tonight. The angle is just that the sheriff in the town is keeping a close eye on it to make sure there are no problems. I'm here to see Micro, the reason I'm spinning. The owners of the club say this is a zero-tolerance party. Cameras, illegal substances, and backpacks, plus common rave items like masks and pacifiers, aren't allowed inside. Everyone going inside the club will be patted down, and they have to go through a metal detector to get inside. The owners of the club, which specializes in country music, say they'll make sure everything runs smoothly tonight because they plan on being in business again tomorrow. Kurt?
Like the U.S.A. and shit. Sorry.
That's probably the most fucked up feeling I've had DJing ever. Cops and other law enforcement agencies throw these kids out of parties because they have a pacifier or some mints in their pocket was very sobering to see abuse of power and a violation of civil rights, in my opinion.
Well, we got pretty much full cavity searched over there behind the building. They just like threw us on the car and just searched us.
I was fucking playing a game of pool. I got dragged out, told me I gotta fucking hold my hands up, get out here. They don't even search me. They don't take shit. Kick me out. They fucking take my boy who has nothing on him. He's sitting in the back of a cop car right now for nothing.
As far as they're concerned, it's just a big drug party where kids come to get fucked up and lit up. That's just not the case. And I'm not saying that there isn't a drug problem in the culture, but I think they think that that's all it's about, and that's not true. That's not what it's all about. I think a lot of people that go out, just like the DJs, are in love with this music and want to go someplace where they can dance. They're never going to stop this because they keep going with the idea they're just going to squash it out and think it's just a bunch of kids that want to go someplace to get high, and that's not true. These kids want to go someplace where they can dance and have fun and do so in a safe environment.
I'm not trying to cause any hostility here, but this is ridiculous. I was handing a fucking mint to somebody and I got kicked out for $30 fucking after I've been a partier for 7 years. I've been a veteran, right? This is bullshit.
Glow sticks, all that stuff is drug paraphernalia now.
I think that this place is run by Nazis. It's like, no book bags, no, well, because I went up there and like, I had my hat on, they're like, no hats. I'm like, no hats, it's, you know, it's cramping your style. What, you're supposed to leave your hat with these people?
Some guy gave this to me on the tee for 40 cents. He was going home. He had a bad day at the show. He had tons of wounds. 40 cents.
40 cents, good deal, man.
One hell of a hat. Can't lose me.
No open cigarettes! No open containers! No candy, no pacifiers! No nothing!
I want to make sure we get some cops.
Okay.
As soon as all the 2020 bullshit stops and everything else about, you know, oh, we went to a rave with a SWAT team and, you know, we busted 5 ecstasy dealers. It's like, you can go into any club in this country and bust 5 people, you know? It's like, that's whatever, you know what I mean? If you want to take, you know, go make these big raids on these kids in these parties and, you know, waste all these taxpayer dollars, that's cool, I guess, you know, it makes headlines. Kind of like what happened in New Orleans. It's like, you know, with Donnie, they're trying to get him on anything, and it's like, you know, what the guy throws parties, you know, it's like, you're gonna get the guy for throwing parties. You might as well go after the promoters that did the Grateful Dead, you know, or that do any kind of, you know, big event. What are you gonna do? You gotta stop the drug up here, not down here at the kid, you know what I mean? And then you have all these politicians that are like, oh, I'm gonna pass this anti-rave law just to get some votes, but you know, do they really care, you know?
Have the whole drug culture, which is so associated, not necessarily, I don't identify that with the rave, but it's associated in the media with the rave. Then you've got the whole commercialization of rave culture. In Chicago, 6 people and a DJ is considered a rave, and if we were to play at a rave in Chicago, we would be fined $10,000. And that's obscene. You know, that's not American. You know, that's not part of the. That's definitely encroaching on our civil liberties.
We've never really had a voice or an opinion one way or the other. We're just getting booked to play gigs. Great, you know, this is fun. We're making a living. We're doing what we want to do. But now it's starting to become a little more important to us. And night after night, being on tour, seeing 12 and 13-year-olds with pupils the size of quarters kind of is a little disturbing after a while.
Sad. Kids know that they can't handle the drugs and why take them. There were 5 kids taken out at the New Orleans party, the one with the FBI. Y'all were there.
I already explained to these people that if you don't have a ticket and an armband, it's time to go home.
These ambulances.
What are they here for?
I don't know. Because I don't know what's going on.
If you don't have a ticket or armband, you need to leave now.
party is closed.
Are you gonna promote it in a bad way? Don't promote it in a bad way, because raves aren't bad. Raves to me are all about the music, and all about dancing, and all about the fun, and all the love.
Like on Talk of the Nation, the PBS radio, and talking about the rave scene and whatnot. And we talked about how the East Coast, the rave word is not kind of used in conjunction like the West Coast scene. Theoretically, like the clubs that do weeklies kind of stay more out of trouble than the warehouse parties and the big LA secret parties that do 42,000 people. There needs to be some kind of structure. Watching the kids, making sure they're not doing whatever, whenever inside the club. There needs to be some kind of cleanup to it. It needs to be a safe environment for everyone. 16-year-olds don't belong in a place at 5 o'clock in the morning. Parents have to be looking at their kids a lot more and not blame the house music.
They just need to be open longer because it takes a good 4 or 5 hours to get into a nicely blended set. You know.
And then the cops, of course, are outside.
Yeah, that's usual for a smaller city. It's all a matter of money and laws, that's all.
Drove 850 miles to get here. Did it in 12 and a half hours.
Welcome to the historic Denver Coliseum. Please make sure your vehicle is locked and your lights are off. The door 4 box office is now open for ticket purchase. If you already have your tickets, doors are open at the east entrance and door 4. For tonight's dance, please be sure to leave all personal possessions in your vehicle. You will not be permitted to bring cans, bottles, alcoholic beverages, illegal drugs, or food into the Coliseum. Backpacks or other bags also will not be permitted into the Coliseum. Searches will be conducted at each entrance. Violators of this rule will be ejected and subject to possible arrest. Thank you, and enjoy tonight's Moonshine Over America 2000.
Well, unfortunately, the word rave is a no-no. It seems like everybody that it's got such a negative connotation, and our shows have always, at least for the last couple of years, have been more of concert with rave atmosphere, a concert with electronic music, and we're trying to be as professional as everybody else out there doing full-scale concerts. And you have to be that plus more in order to convince everybody, the media out there and everybody else that we're not all bad guys. Promoters who don't take shit serious and throw parties in high schools make us go, for every step forward that we make with the media and with the police and the authorities, we take 2 steps back. These kids are about, I mean, they're the hippies of the new, the new generation of hippies of the year 2000 and beyond. They're very peaceful. They're into the music. They're all about hanging out with their friends, and this is about the people and the music. And fights, things of that sort, just don't happen all that often, and thankfully that's what the scene's about, you know. Well, we have on payroll, I think 6 to 8 officers tonight.
I've done 10 stops on this tour, and it's literally Austin, Texas, and Denver, and that's it. You guys fucking rock tonight. Hold on, let me set some for you. The rave scene is cool, but I see the rave scene getting younger and younger and younger all the time. I see promoters out there blanketly promoting to get just numbers there and not necessarily caring about the quality of people, but concerning more about the quantity of people. And they're slamming as many DJs as they can on the lineup. So your DJs are out there playing, 30-minute, 45-minute, 1-hour sets. And just basically, it's become kind of a fast food culture in a lot of ways. There are exceptions to that rule. I think, like, obviously Denver tonight was a really cool scene. Everybody was having a good time, and it looked like a really mixed crowd out there. But I see a lot of parties where it's just, you know, a lot of kids are standing around that might not really have a clue what's going on. As far as the new regulations and the new stuff that's come down the rave scene, I think it's, in a way, I'll go back to it, I think it's a shame. I think also there were elements of the rave scene that needed to be shut down. I think it got out of hand in a lot of cities. I think there were a lot of places where there were just kids getting completely whacked out on drugs that were too young to even understand what they were doing. And I think the promoters and everybody, DJs, producers everywhere, we're all responsible for that. I've been to cities that it has been so hardcore when you see kids eat out, laid out on their backs in the hallway, and people are stepping over them, but nothing's being done about it. Something that needs to change there. And I think the crackdown is way too severe, and it's just because the mainstream people are scared of what's going on in the scene. It's a mixed deal. I think what it's going to do eventually, hopefully, is to shut everything down, calm everybody down, and to get everybody to reset and rethink what we're doing here in the underground.
It seems like about every 8 months or so, there's like a whole new group of kids that are just old enough to like pop up and start going to events and finding them curious, and it just perpetuates itself. We believe electronic music is here to evolve people. It speeds up your brain. Makes our brains work a bit faster, if you want to think about it that way. A lot of people just come to get fucked up.
I'm gonna dress up more. I'm gonna dress up more now. I had such fun.
My name's Hubat. I'm an intergalactic superhero. This is my cohort, Barracuda, and if you scratch him right there, he likes that. If you need any protection from intergalactic villains, you make sure to call us, the Anomalies, man.
I think anybody listening to this shit is a drug head. I'm just bullshitting, man. Yeah? I work in the club, all music sounds alike to me, man. I don't listen to anything we do here. It can be R&B, hip-hop, it can be class, jazz, blues, all that shit's music.
Are you ready for the one, the only, Superstar
I really believe the turntable is an instrument to become a master of ceremonies with music, to become the Pied Piper, to translate what I feel is good music. I use the turntable and I parlay it to the audience.
I don't know, I want to give people something that's different, and just like not by using turntables and tricks or just by programming music. And there's so many people DJing and making mixtapes and just playing music. I just want to be more unique to myself and what I do than being number 1, 2, 5, 10, 14, 30, and you know, have a little, you know, little flavor. I mean, busted custard could be a flavor. That might be my flavor. It might not be as good as vanilla, but you can get vanilla anywhere. But where the hell can you get busted custard in Las Vegas?
Sometimes one of the things that keeps me going is people will just, they'll come up to you when you're done and just give you a big hug, and they'll just look at you straight in the eyes, tell you that they just had the worst week, the worst month, and coming out here just for a couple hours and dancing made them feel, you know, maybe just a little bit better. And it makes you feel good about what you do. And I think that is to a large extent what we do as DJs, is be, you know, musical therapists.
man, dude.
Doing a documentary on raves.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, great.
Nice camera.
Great. A documentary on the documentary? This is going to be awesome.
So tell me what you feel about the scene.
The scene? It'll do, by all means. I mean, you always hear people who've been in it since 1980 or something saying, oh, it's gotten so commercialized. I mean, I've been in it less than a year and I'm still having fun.
Before the twilight's last gleaming, with good and bad sex, while we dance through the night. Well, the drugs we all took are so gallantly wearing off.